Well, so in today's video, I will show you how to use the Java streams. Basically, Java stream API is introduced in a Java 8, and it is very powerful if we use it with the collections. And it introduced the functional programming, and its programming style is a kind of declarative style. So before the Java 8, we were using a kind of imperative programming. I will teach you like what's the imperative programming we were using in the past version of Java, and then we'll slowly introduce the declarative programming, I mean in the style of functional programming. So yeah, let's get started. So with introduction of Java stream, we have now very different ways to iterate the list and filter the list based on particular attributes, as well as we can find the particular values as well in a smaller and very convenient way. So let's start it. So before the Java 8, for example, if you want to like iterate the list and find the particular items and want to add in a particular list, then we were iterating entire list, right? So we have one method called the get student over here, which is returning the list of students, and a student is basically a one DTO which has some common methods, like which has some common attributes like name, age and gender, and we have constructor for it, and we have getter and setter methods over there. So over here, if you want to find only female students, then in that case, before the Java 8, previously we were doing something like this: list, then student, because we are expecting a student, females, and then we were introducing the array list over here, array list of student, right? Something like this. And what we have to do now in imperating style is like we need to use the for each. We gonna iterate the entire model of the student. So here we have students, and then we need to check like this particular student has gender female or not. Just female or not. If it is present, then we gonna add this female into the female list, and yeah, that's how we were doing in before the Java 8, right? So what's the problem over here? So problem over here, we are exposing each and every steps, like what we gonna perform, and that's cause like that's introduce violate the abstraction principle. And if we see the line of code, then it's also increased. So only iterating the students from the list, it causes like around 6 to 8 lines of code, right? But if we use the stream APIs, we can do it in one line. So let's see how we can do it. So let's see, we have student, and we want, for first of all, let's get how to sort elements. So first of all, if you want to sort, then in this case also, if you want to sort, then we need to see like how many parameters are there, and we need to introduce our custom logic, right? But in declarative style, we just need to mention like what we want to do and what we want. So it's pretty straightforward. At first glance it may be confusing, but it's straightforward. So we want students. So first of all, from the student list, we need to generate a stream. So we have one API called the stream for this collection. So actually list is a collection, right? So for the collection, we have stream API is available there. So for the student, we initialize the stream. What we want to do is, now we want to sort the list based on age, right? Because the age is the factor, and it has the numeric value, so we can sort it. So we want sorted list. Okay, So we have one particular function in the stream called the sorted, and over here we can define like based on which property we want to sort, right? So in this example, in this student DTO, we want to uh, sort based on the age. Yeah, so this is what we wanted, and based on this one, okay, sorry. First of all, we need to use the collection over here, collection comparing, and then we need to pass again which model value we want to compare, right? So over here the model is student, and we need to mention like based on the age we want to sort. So basically this syntax is like method reference. In the Java 8, if you want to mention particular method for particular DTO, then we can do something like this. So what will it do? So based on stream, it will iterate each and every values, and it will compare based on the age. So using this value, using this method reference, it's actually getting the age. So that's how we do it. Now we got the sorted list. Now we need to collect the data. So we have another method called the collect, and inside the collect we need to collect the data. So we want it as a list, right? We want to collect another list, so collect as a list. So yeah, so basically we have multiple methods over here for the collectors. We can collect in a very different forms. So if you see, then we have to list, group by, then we can get it in many different ways. So concurrent map, sets, and everything. So as of now we want to get it as a list, so I am setting as a list. Yeah, so that's how you do it. Oh yeah, looks like this method will return the list list of students. So we need to create one variable over here. So we can introduce the local variable called the sorted, right? So it's actually giving us the value, and now let's see we got the sorted value or not. So for each out println. So basically in Java 8 this is the method reference. So in this particular class we have method called println, so it will display this particular value over here. So if we run this command, then we should get the sorted value. Yeah, see over here it's entirely sorted. So 15, 17, 17, 19, 21, 22. Yeah, so that's how we can sort using the stream. So let's see, for over here, if you want to do the same thing over here, then it may take like around 10 lines of code, but using this approach we able to done it in one line, right? So that's the power of stream. Now let's see how we can sort the element. So filter the element. So it's a kind of same, but the only difference is we have different methods, right? So first of all we need to generate the stream, and there is the filter method over here. We need to predict like based on which value we want to filter, right? So let's see, for the students we want to filter based on age. So let's see, like student dot get gender dot equals is gender dot female, and now we need to collect the data, collection to the list. Yes, and if we do over here, introduce the local variable filtered. Okay, so it's this one line of code is actually the same. This one, it's actually reading all the filter value with which has the gender female. So yeah, this is the power of stream. And we can do the same thing over here. We can print and see like we are getting the actual data which we wanted or not. So let's see, filtered dot for each, and over here system dot out method reference println, and let's see. Yeah, so we got the list of females. See, we can do it only in one line. So that's how we can do using the stream. Now let's see what's how we can use the max and mean. So basically, if you want the oldest person, then in the kind of scenario we can use the stream as well. So let's see, we want to find the which has the highest which one is the oldest in the class. So let's see how we can do it. So introduce the stream. We have the function called the max. Over here we need to use the comparator. So comparator comparing to, and we need to provide the method reference, like based on the which attribute we want to find the which is the oldest person out. So in this case we have the age attribute. So inside the student we need to pass the age, right? So it will return the oldest person in the class, and if it is present, then we can print it using the method reference approach. Print Alan. Let's see who is coming. Okay, yeah, so John Smith is the oldest person. Let's see in our DTO. Yes, John Smith is the oldest person. Now find the youngest one. So for the youngest one, it should be a Helena Morton. So it should be the same, but the only difference is the method. So over here we need to use student dot get string dot mean, and then we need to use the comparator over here, comparator dot comparing, again which component we want to compare. So it will be a age factor. If it's present, then it should print those value, print it out, and yes, so this should return us the youngest person. So it should be Helena Morton. Yes, perfect. So yeah, how this is, I show you how to use the different method of like short, filter, max, mean, but stream is not just limited to that. We have variety of different options available in the streams API. So let me quickly introduce some of them. I'm not going to demonstrate each and everything, but yeah, I will show you a few. So we have used the min max to find the minimum maximum. For the collection, for collect method is used to collect the data in a form of various collection, whether it's a list, map, or set, or we can get it in concurrent hash map or concurrent map, or in any other values. And we have also used the sorted to sort the collection. We have used a filter as well. All match, we can also use this one, any match. So in this case, if we see, like if someone student has the match called it has a name called the Alan or something, so in that case we can use this. Or we can find, like if there are any person which has the age greater than 0 or something, so in that case it also help us to find. And there are different kind of utility methods as well, so we can use those values in the stream, but this is the most common different methods we usually use. So it's a short filter method and a minimum method. Yeah, so this is the approach how we can use the streams. It's a functional approach. So in this approach we need to specify what we want, and that's all it done it. So it's actually introducing a more abstraction and reduce the complexity. At first it may be hard to understand, but gradually once you are using it, you will find it very useful. So thank you so much, guys. If you find this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe, and keep encouraging me and to make further video. Thank you.